Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Program Vice President, Channels and Alliances Research at IDC, Darren Bibby.
Darren Bibby.
Good morning, everyone. I did check on Twitter before I came out, and this session was already trending amongst the top Sunday morning Las Vegas high-tech partner keynotes. And with any luck, we're going to be #1 this morning. You with me? All right, for the next 10 minutes, I want to talk about IDC's vision for the partner of the future. I want to talk about some of the key trends affecting business partners and paint a picture of what that future successful business partner looks like. You guys may remember a very famous study back in 1970 at Stanford University. Walter Mischel was the researcher. It's been repeated around the world with very similar results. These were studies of delayed gratification with 4-, 5-, and 6-year-olds. And if you bear with me, you'll soon understand the parallel I'm making between 4-, 5-, and 6-year-olds and yourselves. So here's how the experiment went. So think about what that thing is you're going to be an expert in. If you are going to choose technology, just look around the room and know that a lot of others are too. And so how are you going to differentiate yourselves? This is an important thing to think about. So very much in line with that, I think we're really moving in our industry, not in every use case, but we're really moving from selling IT ingredients to IT departments to selling business outcomes to business people. If you don't like the feeling of change, you're going to like the feeling of irrelevance even less. I hope there's some good ideas here. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it back to Chris. Thank you. In 1995, there's about $1.9 billion of profit in the photography or imaging industry. And it was made up of things that, if you go back in time, we remember photo finishing at retail. Do you remember you actually used to have a photo, right? Remember that, those days you printed them out? And film manufacturing, right? Fast forward just 10 years. There was $3.7 billion of profit in 2005. And you know, the major thing then was memory, okay? And if I just do a little build on this, 11% of the profits in 2005 were categories that existed 10 years before. 89% of the profit in 2005 in that industry were from brand new categories. Is that revolution or evolution? Very interesting to think about.
And if you take a look around the world, the biggest buildings are always owned by insurance companies and banks, and they have recurring revenue. Yeah. Right? So
it's a beautiful model in year 5, right? Year 1's tough. Yeah. I think the interesting thing in the opportunity, I often talk about the reasons to go to cloud is there's the fear reasons, because you're going to miss out, fear of missing out, and then you're also going to have the opportunity reasons. And I think one of the exciting opportunities is valuations, and you guys probably look at this too, but you know, you don't value your business on revenue. No. You value your business on profit and growth of those profits.
Darren brings up an excellent point.
You know, in Canada, what we refer to EY as, we just say A. Right? So we've got a very diverse panel here today. I'm going to do a lightning round right away for context. How many employees do you have?
100.
100.
50.
Got ya.
1,200.
Okay. So it's quite a difference, but for context, you've got the smaller mid-sized partners here, and then you've got a very big partner at the end. I've just finished talking about some of the transformations that IDC thinks solution providers are going to have to go through. Tristan, why don't we start with you? Can you describe some of your InfoReady's transformation into big data and analytics?
Yeah, probably the key transformation that we've had to go through.
I'd say these days, I bet you could all in do something really good for $500. Oh, yeah. Honestly, get an HD video camera, maybe get some kind of lighting, reflector, something like that, one of these microphones, and you find a good spot. And honestly, I don't think people expect high production quality. Yeah. You can get really good for not too much. You agree? Or
I totally agree. Absolutely. I mean, people watch the cat videos that somebody shot with their phone millions and millions of times, right? So I mean,
those are awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome.
It was eerie.
If only we could figure out how to use that to sell cloud, then we would all be billionaires. You know.
as you get more cloud in your business, our stats are showing that they're much more successful. Now, again, cloud helps with that, but the best partners have gone to cloud first,
Yeah.
So real amazing stats.
Yeah, so we should learn from those leading edge partners, right?
Absolutely.
And of course, Arizona. I mean, just incredible scenery. But Rod, there was one site that inspired me more than anything, that really, really set off the DocuSign Partner Program, if I'm being honest. And it was this guy. This is an actual photo I took of a fellow motorist. And I was just inspired by this guy. I mean, first look at the moxie. I'm sure he left home, and I can imagine his significant other saying, do we really need all this stuff? And he's like, we can do this. And Rod, the thing that amazed me the most about this guy is he just had the foresight to take the license plate off of the car and put it on the outside of the third bike. Because that's what a good, upstanding citizen would do. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So, I thought, if this guy can do this with his car, what can I do with the DocuSign Partner Program? And so, of course, I'm joking, and we drove by this guy extremely fast because I thought his car was going to explode. But anyway, it's kind of a fun story. What we needed to make it scale. And so I guess a couple key themes, from chaos to order, scaling, programmatizing everything. Those are kind of a few themes of sort of what I'd say in summary I tried to do over the last 5 years of DocuSign.
And the good thing for our listeners today is not only can you talk about this because you've lived through it, right? And you've seen it, you've lived through it, you've done it, but you've also created a list. And one of the coolest things about a podcast or a webcast, when you take away the strategy and the ideas behind it, but if there's actually a list that you can walk through and you can document how you've gone through this,